is time for another one of my draft videos. I post one every Monday and Thursday, and we're still drafting Dominaria. I'll see you guys when this draft fires. This is a very strong pack. So, Forebear's Blade's pretty good. In some packs, I think it would be a worthwhile first pick, but this pack also has Song of Freyalise and Tatyova Benthic Druid, and I think both of those are better. We do have removal here, but it's far from premium. So I think it's either Song of Freyalise or Tatyova, and I think Tatyova is just better. I've had horrible luck when I've drafted her, and it's about time to turn that around. I think I'm something like 0-6 or 1-5 or something when I draft Tatyova, but she is very strong. She's easy to splash because she's in green with Grow from the Ashes, for example. In like the down, you know, there are good cards in this pack, but in Song of Freyalise being the next best one, but we're not giving up a ton here to take it, you know. So I think we take Tatyova and see if we can be blue-green or splash her. And maybe not do poorly with her. Okay, I like Elfame Druid. I like Cloud Reader Sphinx. Which do I like more? That's a good question. Sapling Migration, also not bad. The Sphinx is really good, and it'll see play in any sort of deck. Elfame Druid, that's sort of true of it as well. Do I like Cloud Reader Sphinx more than Elfame Druid? Somehow I don't think I've been faced with this pick before. I kind of want the Druid more. Being able to ramp and to kick things is like Grow from the Ashes, for example, is great. Yeah, I think we take the Druid. I think that's right. I do like the Sphinx, though. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Maybe we end up with more legendaries. If we do, it's really strong. What are our other options here, though? So Rona's not bad. This is a pretty weak pack, though. Syncopate's fine. I'm kind of considering taking Yawgmoth's Vile Offering and seeing if we end up with enough legendaries. That's my basic plan here. Yeah, so let's take Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. There's not any really good cards in this pack, so I'm going to take the one with the highest ceiling, even if it does have a very, very low floor. Okay, I do like Baloth Gorger more than like Divination or Memorial to Genius, but it's close. But yeah, we'll take the Gorger. So here's a legendary creature, but it's one that asks for some stuff, and for being in red. Kind of leaning towards taking Relic Runner, even though it's at its best in a deck that's not blue-green, just because there aren't a ton of payoffs for playing historic stuff in this color pair, but it's fine. Hinterland Harbor, maybe, but in Broken Bond's fine too, but I think Relic Runner is just better. Ancient Animus can be good. We have to end up with enough big creatures, and that's not hard to do in a base green deck, right? I like it more than the other options here, so yeah, we'll take Ancient Animus. Sanctum Spirit is probably better, but another Ancient Animus. Also a Deep Freeze, though. I'd probably take the Deep Freeze. Yeah, we'll take Deep Freeze here. Animus it has a higher ceiling, I think, than Deep Freeze does, but it's hard to want to play more than one in a lot of decks. Okay, here's a Grow from the Ashes. That's easy. You know, that is pretty great. So we have Llanowar Envoy Juggernaut came back. Short Sword, Syncopate. The Envoy helps us splash. Right now we don't have anything we're guaranteed to splash. We only have one thing that lets us cast Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. So maybe I just want Juggernaut instead. The Envoy does just make our mana better. But Juggernaut's pretty nice. I'm pretty happy to pick him up that late, honestly. Yeah, Crows and Druid, a nice thing with Kicker that can, you know, it's a 3-mana 2/3 early, which is fine, and in the late game it can really help you stabilize. So we probably need like 3 to 5 legendaries for this to be worth splashing. I'm going to put it over here for now. Blue's not ultra open, incidentally, so we could end up with any other. Green is plenty open. Here's a good blue card, though. I mean, especially this late. I'm happy to run a single Syncopate. Sorcerer's Wand, I think, is what we take here. It might make the cut. You definitely need a lot of wizards. And it doesn't seem super likely for us. Arbor Armament's okay. Gaia's Blessing's okay. Put this over here for now. Fall of the Thran. No, thank you. Okay, so Wizard's Lightning's real strong. It could push us into red-green instead. It's that good. Skittering Surveyor is nice because it helps us fix. Wizard's Lightning is the kind of thing we can splash to. Much more likely to get splashed than Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Pegasus Courser is fine too. Yeah, I think we'll take the removal though. And we'll splash it if we need to. And if we end up straight up red-green, then that's okay too. Well, now there's a Cast Out and an Eviscerate. Cast Down, I mean. Cast Out's from Amonkhet or whatever. Sapper's nice, but this is a great removal spell too. So I think we take it. We're just... How many premium removal spells in colors other than our base color are we going to see in a row? Because that's 3. I think we take it. Now what I really want is like 5 Grow from the Ashes. You think we can do that? So we have a bunch of different piles now, really, on what our second color might be. These cards, even though there's only one here, I'd say that playing one of these is better than playing all 3 of these at this point. So that's that's why I took them. And we do have a little bit of fixing already. We definitely, I mean, we could be a 5-color deck. If you know, probably base blue-green, but splashing all these silly removal spells seems reasonable to me. Don't have enough artifacts for the Antiquities War. There's another Seal Away. There's also an Academy Journey Mage, but Seal Away is just better. Yeah, Seal Away it is. That may have just pushed white into the lead in terms of what we're doing here. Okay, now we don't have to do anything crazy. Like, Halar's not bad, but I'm going to take the Mammoth Spider. Like, Halar would go in this pile, right? But I don't think we want to do that. So I think we are a white-blue, white-green splash blue deck at this point, which means this is what we are. So Gift of Growth or a Blood Tallow Candle. Or Invoke the Divine. I think I've taken the Invoke the Divine. Okay, decent black cards, but there's also a perfectly playable white card. I think I want the Druid more than Broken Bond. We already have one effect like Broken Bond, and we have a better version of it, so. Reasonable black card, bad green card. I don't think our deck's going to be a charge deck, and I don't think we want the Void because we're splashing, so I think I'll take charge. I mean, right now I don't think it would make the cut, but it could. Another Druid, sure. Certainly not. Yeah, we'll take an Envoy too. Makes our mana better. Evangel. So, more Grow from the Ashes would be nice. If I got like 3 of them, I would probably also splash Cast Down. Run 1 Swamp, 1 Island. Yeah, Navigator's Compass can enable like a 5-color deck, but yeah, it's bad. Oh man, you got to give me Haphazard Bombardment. I have so much fun with that card. Oh gosh. Okay, so I think we got to just take Dauntless Bodyguard or Mesa Unicorn here. The Bombardment's great and it's worth splashing, but is it better than splashing Tatyova? I don't think it is. I really don't. So Bodyguard or Mesa Unicorn. I like the Bodyguard reasonably. You know, putting it on Juggernaut's kind of funny, for example. I think we'll take the Bodyguard over the Mesa Unicorn. They're both, I think they're pretty comparable. Ancient Animus isn't great in our deck, right? No. And we already have one, so let's take the Bodyguard. Wow, another Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Unfortunately, I don't think we can make that work. There's another Eviscerate, which makes, like, is Eviscerate plus Cast Down better than splashing Tatyova? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it is. And right now we can't do both. So I think I'd probably just take an Honor Guard. God, that's mediocre though. I think I do take the Eviscerate, and we think about different splashes just because the Honor Guard is just, yeah, it would make the cut, but it's not anything special. Even Fire, probably just take a Gorger. Our deck needs finishers, and it is one. Yeah. It's also good with Ancient Animus. Charging at Arms, probably, yeah. Llanowar Elves, hello. Trapper is not going to be very good in our deck. So, do we want a random flyer or another Ancient Animus? Creatures that are good with Animus, or at least decent. Like, if we can kill a 2/2 with Crows and Druid, that's not too bad. I mean, we don't have any flyers, and having one who can sort of close out the game, mediocre as it may be, does seem appealing. Yeah, I mean, our deck is pretty decent with the Animus, though. I think I'm going to take it. Okay, well, not really much for us here. Fiery Intervention it is. Another Envoy. I think I'm perfectly happy with another Llanowar Envoy. Thorn Elemental is interesting, though. It does give us a real finisher, and that's not something we have right now. I think I am going to take the Elemental. Another Ancient Animus. Now I wish I hadn't taken the other one. Impulse isn't bad, but yeah, I think, do we want 3 Ancient? I don't think we play 3 of them. Ancient Animus. Yeah. Llanowar Scout's mediocre. So is Benelish Honor Guard. Benelish Honor Guard's real mediocre in our deck. We have 1 legendary. This can at least like block Saprolings. I mean, this can too, but yeah, we'll take a Scout here. Another Impulse. I think we take the Trick. Well, the Flames of Keld. Poor Bloodstone Goblin. It's not like it's a bad card. People just don't like drafting red. It's not a good card, don't get me wrong, but it's fine in your most red decks. Okay, so what's better here? Going for the Cast Down and Eviscerate splash and cutting Tatyova? Or, alternatively, I mean, we could cut white too, potentially. Other than our 2 seal aways, our white's not anything special. So, but our black isn't either. But our deck can almost be mono green, and we could splash. Maybe we can just splash both. Like if we cut this and move this to the sideboard, I think it's perfectly reasonable to splash both, just because we can run so many. Actually, we probably want to cut him because he's not going to be good in most early game scenarios. I mean, he is, but we're not going to have white mana consistently enough to make that worth it, I don't think. So, is it better to play Tatyova over one of these colors? I don't think it is. This removal is just too good. The Cast Down, the Eviscerate, the 2 seal aways. I think I like it. I think I like how it is. We can run, I don't know, 10 forests and This is basically double white, incidentally, so maybe we don't run him. I mean, he's not if we play him as a 3-mana 2/3, but we have plenty of 3-mana 2/3s. I wish we had enough fixing that I could just slam Tatyova in here too, but we don't. So our other options are not super attractive. So maybe it is just this. We could throw in Gift of Growth, I guess, to make our deck a little greener. We only have 12 creatures, though, which is not awesome. Yeah, I think we do just play the Sergeant. So it's a 3-mana 2/3. It's whatever. I mean, if we cut both of these and throw in Tatyova, is that safe? Seems a little crazy with the amount of fixing we have. We could throw in the Compass. This may be a time when we actually want to do it to maximize the power level of our deck, basically. I might do it. God, I hate this card, but this might be the time to do it. We're a 4-color deck, and we're short on fixing. And I think I'm going to have to play Navigator's Compass for the first time in this format. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we did it. That hurt a little bit, but I think this is a good time to be doing it. Okay, so 1 island is plenty. I think that's about what we want to do here. Two swamps. Why am I running 3 plains instead of... Well, I guess because these cost 2 and having the white for them earlier is more important than having the black for that late. Yeah, that's why. Again, just like last draft video's deck, this might be a little greedy, but it does look like fun. So I think it's what we're going to go with. See you guys in the first match. All right, match 1 with our very greedy 4-color deck. We would like to play first. I think this is a good hand. I mean, we can power out a Baloth Gorger a turn early and Tatyova a turn early, so both of those are pretty appealing to me. So, yeah, I'm going to keep... I don't know why my Elfhame Druid art isn't loading, but there you go. Magic Online. Someday, I'll draft on Arena. I don't really want to do it now when you just draft against AI. I want to wait until... actually, we need blue for Tatyova. But we can play a turn 3 Baloth Gorger. But drafting against AI isn't appealing to me. So, and that's all it is at this point. They say it'll change, though, so... We'll see. Ooh, another Gorger. Well, let's play the first one. So, I mean, yeah, she can help us kick stuff, but doesn't matter right now, really. I mean, I think it's probably better to just play another Baloth Gorger here than it is to try to kick it later. Okay, so we're going to attack with our Gorger. Yep, they're just going to take it. So yeah, I think we just play another Gorger here. Go ahead and play our Swamp, and yeah, we'll play a Gorger. We have Gift of Growth to help one of them punch through. Juggernaut. Well, that is the kind of thing they can punch through. First, let's Impulse. There's our own Juggernaut. That does seem pretty good, right? Juggernaut or Crows and Druid. I think I'm going to go with Juggernaut. Okay, so I'm going to attack with a Baloth Gorger here. Okay, so I think we go ahead and use Gift of Growth. We don't need to kick it, so we won't. And then we'll end our turn. So yeah, the Impulse is nice because it's sort of another source of fixing, although it didn't work out as it there. We need an island. Okay, Howling Golem. I'm thinking of attacking with both Gorgers and then just playing Juggernaut. We could use Eviscerate on the Howling Golem, but that doesn't really seem worth it to me. So let's attack with both. They do get to double block one of them and kill it, and I can only kill the Golem, but I think I'm okay with that. Probably should have attacked with both Gorgers last time, too. Ooh. Now we can play Tatyova with our horrible Navigator's Compass. How about that? I think for now I'm actually... Well, I can play both, actually. I just can't cast her this turn. But yeah, we'll play Juggernaut here. We could play Tatyova here instead, but I think I'll wait. They do have a lot of cards in their hand. I'm not super thrilled about that. Okay. So, I think we just eviscerate this and attack with both of these. They trade with my Juggernaut, but that seems fine to me. Drops them to 8. Yeah. As soon as we draw a land, we're going to play Tatyova, then play the land, then draw a card and gain a life and all that. That's the plan anyway. Okay, 3 Saprolings. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we probably do just play Tatyova. There's no good reason not to. It's better. I think we may as well hold on to these to kick them because we're only 1 mana away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Right, so they're going to chump. We're going to turn this into an island. There we go. So we're going to add blue and play Tatyova here. Okay, well, that does enable them to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, so we're going to play this land, draw a card, gain a life. Our deck can gain a lot of life. We should have a Lich's Mastery in our deck, I think. Okay, so we're going to attack with our Gorger again. They can triple block and kill it, but I don't care too much if they do. They may just chump and draw a card, actually. It's probably the best thing for them to do. That is what they'll do. Okay, so now we can kick this. Oh, wait, how do I have so much mana? Oh, I don't. It's just making me choose. I thought I had extra mana. I was like, I don't have extra mana. It'd be nice if I did. Takes us up to 34. We have a land to draw us an extra card next turn already. This is when we want like Thorn Elemental to finish off our opponent because we don't have a lot of late game oomph. Okay, so we'll play our land. Okay, so yeah, that Feral Abomination is a problem. So we're going to do this again. Go up to 45. So our goal is kind of just to go wide enough, and they're not really in a position to attack us still, so it's not like we don't have time. We will deck ourselves before they do, though. Thorn Elemental, please. Okay, that'll work. Let's play a land first. Cast down, not loading either. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and cast down on this. I'm sure they'll draw a card. Okay. And I think we attack with everything that's not Tatyova. Well, and our 0/2. We could have presented them with lethal, but with the amount of mana they have and cards in their hand, I don't think it was worth. And actually, we couldn't have. Yeah, they would have just blocked these. So they'll draw another card here. So far, our greedy plan does seem to be working out. They're drawing a lot of cards too. That's what's keeping them in the game here, despite Tatyova doing her best to help me out. It's going to sacrifice itself? Or do you have... Oh yeah, wow. A little surprised by that, but I guess they're sort of toast. If there's probably some specific card they're digging for here. That's a good one. They can make multiple Saprolings a turn. Oh, they could use that to kill my guys. Yeah, that's... Drawing those cards seemed like a good plan. All right, so we'll play this island. Okay. Well, we're going to attack with these things again. I could get in there with Tatyova. And maybe I should. If I attack with Tatyova, they can only make one Saproling or kill one of my creatures with Blood Tallow Candle. I think we do it. She's done her job. I mean... Okay, make a Saproling, they do. So they can double block Tatyova, but that means they're dead. So I don't think they do it. Yeah, so they go to 1 here. Actually, they go to 2 because of the Saproling thingamajig. 2 is still pretty good for us, though. End our turn. There are going to be games where we draw this when we have all of our mana anyway, and it's going to suck. In this game, it was definitely worth it because it let us play Tatyova earlier than we would have been able to otherwise. But... And that was like a best case scenario. So they're back. They have 11 mana, so they can actually make a Saproling and kill a creature this turn. Or they could just make 2 Saprolings, which is pretty good because it would gain them 2 life, basically. And yeah, they would block this, this, this. Yeah, and they basically just stay at 2, but we sort of have them in a place where they're not really, it's not really safe for them to do much else. So we do have them in a good spot for us. What do we still have? We have another Seal Away. think we played both our black cards and our blue cards, so yeah. I think Seal Away is... Oh, we have Ancient Animus too, which would be good right now. Although not if they have Blood Tallow Candle mana available. Yeah, they are in a place... I mean, you know, this is a format with lots of mana sinks, and they're in a place where they're like... Wish they had even more mana, I'm sure. But they have a lot. I mean, being able to kill one of my creatures, which might be Tatyova, and make a Saproling in the same turn is pretty gross. Do we have a third Gorger? I don't think we do. Obviously, he would be nice to kick. All right, opponent scoops. Okay, so we saw Juggernaut, Howling Golem, and Blood Tallow Candle. I think we probably bring in Invoke the Divine here. And maybe Mammoth Spider's not so good here. Do we really see flyers? We didn't really. So, though maybe cutting something like the Impulse is a little better. Even though it does help us find our mana. But this is still a pretty nice creature. Yeah, I'll cut the Impulse. Is it better than Navigator's Compass? It might be. I mean, it sort of helps us dig for the land that we need. It helps us get a little deeper, and I don't hate that. I mean, Navigator's Compass barely made our deck, and I think Adventurous Impulse is probably just a better card in most situations, especially because we don't have any artifact synergies. So I think for the sake of bringing in Invoke the Divine, I think doing that is fine. Now we have 3 white cards. Okay, turn 1 Impulse. It's not too bad. Yeah, we'll keep. Uh-oh. I don't like it when people play turn 1 Llanowar Elves, when they're not me anyway. So we'll play our Impulse here. Would we rather have the Druid? I think we probably would. I mean, I'd rather have Seal Away, but that's not really an option. One of them is now second from the bottom of our deck, but we have at least one way of shuffling our library. Weird. It's elves and Cast Away who won't load. I'm gonna be pretty happy if they attack here. It always feels good to be attacked by Llanowar Elves on turn 2 instead of your opponent doing something gross with it. Okay, so we will play our Druid. Our Artless Elfame Druid. So Envoy does give us the kind of mana we need for Tatyova, so we're pretty much set for mana, assuming our Envoy survives. There's the Juggernaut, which is kind of a problem. I can humorously enough use Gifted Growth on Elfame Druid kicked to kill the Juggernaut, which is pretty hilarious. I think it's probably better to just play Llanowar Envoy, though. And just trade. I mean, yeah, it's our source of blue, but I think that's okay. We'll play our Envoy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and trade. We have enough other ways of getting blue that I'm not like broken up about it. Okay, Thallid Soothsayer. Hey, speaking of other ways to get blue. So I think I'm going to wait a turn to play Tatyova, although it is tempting to play it so that I can Ancient Animus next turn. But in case they have removal, I would rather wait so that I can play her and play a land next turn immediately. So I think instead I'm going to play an unkicked Krosan Druid and leave mana up for Ancient Animus should that matter. And Gift of Growth, should that matter. All right. Okay, there's a Gorger, but we definitely play Tatyova here. Then we play a land, we draw a card. Gain life. Hey, Thorn Elemental. So we got stuff to ramp into, and we have a removal spell, so I'm feeling pretty good about what we got going on here. Something may be about to die, though. No. They're just going to draw a couple cards, which I don't love, but their deck does draw a lot of cards, as does ours, but ours is pretty reliant on Tatyova to do it. Yeah, I guess theirs is pretty reliant on the Soothsayer to do it. Death Touch guy? No. Flyer. Well, okay. Woo, Verdant Force just went in their graveyard. I'm happy to see that, because the ways we have of dealing with that are few. Okay, so I'm going to play our land, gain a life. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can kick a Baloth Gorger here. Tempting to use Ancient Animus while I can on Tatyova to make her a 4/4 and kill the Windgrace Acolyte. It's definitely tempting. But I think just playing the big guy here is probably better. I mean, Thorn Elemental is nice too, but we have the time right now to play this. So we'll do that. And we'll end our turn. We've been pretty lucky here. We basically hit all of our lands without doing anything. And that always frustrates me when I play against someone who's playing like 3 or 4 colors and they get all their colors with no effort. That's basically what we did. So the Acolyte's going to hit us. Bring the pain. Now it's probably Death Touch guy. Now just Mammoth Spider. Okay. Alright, so let's play this Plains, draw a card and gain a life. They have 2 mana untapped. There's not much they could do here to stop an Ancient Animus. Okay, so let's attack with our Gorger. See what happens. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay. Fine then. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So we can still Ancient Animus, and I think that's what we do. We Ancient Animus the flyer, and then play Thorn Elemental. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a second. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't do both. What am I smoking here? This only adds 1 for these purposes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a second. How am I? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I don't know how I kept counting that wrong. I think we still Ancient Animus and hold off on the Thorn Elemental because we don't really want that thing to kill us. Also make this big enough to block Mammoth Spider in the process, so get that out of here, and then we can play Lawnmower Elves and end our turn. Oh, good. We do have Gift of Growth still, at least. Does he attack with that thing? I feel like he doesn't. Yeah. Did not think it would. So if we can win this match, it'll be the first match I think I've ever won with Tatyova in my deck, which is bonkers, but it's how my luck with her has been. Soul Salvage. Oh, crap. Here comes Verdant Force. We need to find a kill spell and quick. Yeah, that's not good. Thank you, Magic Gods, for listening to my plea. Okay. We got our cast down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to play Thorn Elemental. And then our plan is to play cast down on the Verdant Force when it comes down. The Flyer's a problem too, but not as much of one. We have our own spider somewhere, and it doesn't poop out saprolings like crazy. So, you know, it's definitely... Our deck could have used a Verdant Force. Get back in that graveyard, please. Okay. Another Ancient Animus. Okay. Well, we're going to attack with Thorn Elemental. Just going to take 7. I'm cool with that. Then do we play Kicked Crozen Druid? I think that's what we do. All right, we go to 30. Still have mana up for Ancient Animus and Gift of Growth. So, end our turn. They have another Soul Salvage. I'm going to cry. I can actually still kill it, but I have to give up my Thorn Elemental to do it. Acolyte comes back. Howling Golem. Okay, so I'm probably going to Animus something here. Probably the 4/6. Killing the Flyer is appealing, but the 4/6 is such a roadblock right now that... So I have to use... I don't get a counter if I do it this way, but that's okay. Okay, and... Play this land, draw a card, gain a life. Hello. So... What do we do here? I might attack with my 2/3s and my 7/7. I think that seems like a good idea. Because we have Gift of Growth. If I didn't have Gift of Growth, I wouldn't be doing this. But so this can make it an 11/11, which obviously doing... Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. So 3, 5, 8. So yeah, we don't even have to kick Gift of Growth to kill them all. 3, 5, 8. Yeah. 3, 5, 8, just to say it one more time. So we're going to go ahead and cast 3, 5, 8. Just say it one more time. Make this a 9/9. No, thank you. I'd like to kill all the creatures. There we go. And I guess we'll play the Gorger too. It does open us up to... Yeah, I was going to say, it would be overkill perhaps if they had a sweeper. That would be bad. So we want to match with Tatyova. Let's see if we can do another one. All right, we're going into our second match. I think we'd like to play first, though there's probably an argument to be made for drawing first with our deck. Yeah, this is a keep. A deck with like Elfhame Druid and Llanowar Elves, though, it seems like it's a bad idea to draw first, just because ramping is so much stronger when you play first. So we got a couple removal spells and a Crozen Druid. It's not the most inspiring hand, but it's a fine one. And another Crozen Druid. We do have 3 of them, so... They have gained us like 40 life so far. Opponent also black-green, although I guess we're like mostly just green. I think we're more white than it. White is probably our secondary color. We don't really have a real secondary color though. Okay, so we're just going to play an unkicked Druid here. Build the board. Plus, you know, if they play an X2, Ancient Animus, especially if it's 2/2 or something, can be pretty good. Yeah, I can kill that with Ancient Animus, and that makes me feel pretty good. I don't think we do yet, though. I think we just play another Druid. I'm going to attack. Can't block, obviously. So we go to 18. So this is something we haven't had happen yet, really. We've been pretty lucky where we haven't had a card really trapped in our hand because we couldn't draw the right color of mana. Luckily, we have 2 other removal spells who can step in until we find white mana somewhere. So there is that. We do have black for cast down whenever we need it. And I think now is when we need it. Hey, there's the white. We've been very lucky. So yeah, we'll cast down on Juggernaut. I could wait to use Seal Away, especially because it has to attack, but I'd rather get in for some damage here. And we do. And then we'll end the turn. Everybody has Juggernaut. We had one, our last opponent has one, and this opponent has one. They have 2 artifacts in their deck. Black-green doesn't have a ton of reasons to want to play artifacts. I mean, black does, but green has very few, so it'll be interesting to see. Okay, what do they got here? Windgrace Acolyte. So I could kill that with Ancient Animus, but it would also lose my creature. So that doesn't really seem worth it to me. Hey, they milled an Eviscerate. Analon or Scout. Okay. I think we attack with both and then play Mammoth Spider. If they want to trade for one of the Druids, I am all for it. Okay. Oop. Yeah. Processing another video, which should be up by now. The who's it? The cards I got wrong in this limited review. So yeah, I think it's probably better to play the Spider. I could. Yeah, I think it's better to play the Spider. What I was going to say is I could wait until I can also cast Ancient Animus in the same turn to kill something, but I don't think that really seems worth it. Not having the mana right now to use either of my instant speed removal spells is a little frustrating, though, because it makes going up against a trick a little scary. Okay, no trick, just a big bunch of Saprolings. Okay, I think I'm going to attack with a single Crozen Druid. Just a single one. If they want to triple block it, I'm cool. Yeah, if they want to, I think we take that trade. I could use Gift of Growth. Maybe I do. They're tapped out. Let's use Gift of Growth. This way we leave up Seal Away and Ancient Animus as well. I could have used Ancient Animus instead, but it's going to be useful in more situations than Gift of Growth is, so we'll end our turn. Okay. Impulse time. Oh, they missed. That sucks. That's rough. That is what happened, right? It didn't. Nothing popped up and revealed. Yeah, that sucks when that happens. Okay, they're gonna soul salvage. This feels very familiar, doesn't it? Ooh. Well, we're probably gonna have to Ancient Animus that, because that is a problem. Okay. Didn't really want to draw a land there. Do we attack with the Druid? I think we do attack with a single Druid again. We know they're getting back Juggernaut, which we can kill with Seal Away, so that's good. Yeah, we get in for 2, and I'm happy with that, since we're bluffing our way there. I mean, I don't know if they would triple block it anyway, so it may not be because I bluffed. I'm holding on to this extra land in case we draw Tatyova, I guess, and to bluff. We don't need a second Plains for any reason. There's the Juggernaut. And this is when Navigator's Compass is pretty crappy. Guess we have blue for if we draw Tatyova, but yeah, it's nothing special. Would have been more interesting if they made it so you could do that to any land. So like a land walk EDH deck could be a little more fun. So I'm going to declare a block here first so that maybe they use a trick. They don't though. So we'll go ahead and just seal away. All right. That threat has been neutralized. Hopefully they don't have anything else too scary. Yeah, I mean, we knew they had that, so. Thallid Omnivore. They're definitely a Saproling deck. Those decks are scary when they come together. If they have more Lords for their Saprolings. Oh, well, they're going to get one back. Soul Salvage. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, we're going to hold on to these. And end our turn. We're in trouble. Because these are all about to become 2/2s. Luckily, I mean, our board can block them okay, but. I'm glad Juggernaut got exiled. Yeah, the Thallid Omnivore is a serious problem. Especially after getting pumped. Okay, so we'll play Alana War Envoy here. Sure. So in this case, Navigator's Compass is basically a blank card, unless we draw Tatyova, and that is what makes it bad, in case you're wondering. Oh, yeah, multiple Spore Crown Thallids in a good Saproling deck is not a lot of fun. So we basically have to chump this. Otherwise, we get hit for 6, 8, 10, 12. Interesting. Maybe I just take it. 12's not enough to kill me. Let's just take it. See what they do. Yeah, they're just going to hit us for 4. I didn't want to give up board position at all in case we drew removal or whatever, but now we're going to have to chump block it. So, plus, this thing is a good attacker too, so that's fun. So much fun. Ooh. That's just nasty. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna chump block it. Get in there, Crows and Druid. They're in top deck mode. Okay, thank God. They do get it back, which is awful. But they do have to cast it again. They don't, it buys us some time at least. So we will cast Eviscerate. And we'll end our turn. So we have one seal away. And that's about it. That can help us deal with this Thallid a second time. Ancient Animus if they're tapped out enough. Are we going to see another Verdant Force right here? Because I don't want to see that. Nope. Great. They're just going to kill us with Saprolings. They don't need their guy. Okay. Well, I think we're basically dead to Saprolings here. I don't think I've ever gotten to draft a Sapling deck with more than one of these, which is kind of sad. It isn't uncommon though, so. But yeah, if you have multiples and like this is an ideal Sapling deck. The one thing we haven't seen is Slimefoot or something, but I'm sure they have it. Okay, they're going with the Omnivore again. Okay. If I were them, I'd probably just attack with all the Saprolings. Well, maybe not. I was going to say attack with them all and then sacrifice any of the ones who don't get through. That might be what they do. Yeah. Close enough. All right, so. Fun. I wish I had an instant speed way to kill their freaking Spore Crown Thallid. Is this just lethal? About to do the math and figure that out. So we block here. It must be lethal. I don't think they would have attacked like this if it wasn't. No, it's not quite actually. So they get through for 10, 12. They drop us to 3. Yeah. Basically lethal. It's de facto lethal. Yeah. So, do we have a way out of this? I don't think so, but let's... Okay, so let's just concede, not show them any of these cards, because none of those helps us. All right, freaking saplings. One thing they didn't do a great job of in this format, I don't think, is put enough sideboard cards for killing saplings, basically. That's part of the reason it's so good. Like, there's the red rare Saga that does 1 to everything, and then 3 to everything. That's about it. That's not what this one is. So, if it was, I would be interested. I don't think we want to bring in Invoke the Divine here. I mean, we could bring in another Gift of Growth for our Navigator's Compass, but I don't think that's much more valuable. And then, I mean, yeah. So we're just going to roll this back out there. Arbor Armament doesn't do much either. Yeah. We do not have... I mean, we do have, you know, if we really desperately need an artifact destruction spell, we could always side in like Fiery Intervention and Splash Red instead of one of our other colors. And of course, we have Invoke the Divine. Ouch. Yeah, that's a mulligan. Okay, that is better. You got to go on the bottom, buddy. Okay. End our turn. We really need to draw that third land or we're in for some trouble here. We do not. So trouble it is. There we go. I think I want to play the Envoy more than I want to play the Druid right now. It gives us the mana for cast down. Should we need it? Ooh. Well, I probably would have brought in my Invoke whatever if I'd seen that in the first game. Invoke the Divine. We can kill it. Oh, no, we can't. Cast down can't kill it. Mother crap. That is not fun. All right, well, we're going to attack. Play Crows and Druid. So, yeah, Invoke the Divine. If we get to go to game 3, that's definitely coming in. I mean, we also saw the Aura. Yeah, I was going to say they're probably playing something that can crew the Weatherlight. So, oh, interesting. I guess they're wanting to be a little bit defensive here, which I guess I can't blame them for. So... I guess we just play Juggernaut. I can attack with the Envoy, but they could crew this. I could kick Gift of Growth to kill it, though. And that is probably our best line. So let's attack with our Envoy. They're not going to crew. Why are you so smart, opponent? Come on. Crew that stuff. Okay, so... Juggernaut will play now. Don't have any green mana. So that going for me. We do also have Gift of Growth, Cast Down, Ancient Animus. Those are all things that matter. Ether Glider doesn't really matter, though. Okay, there's black mana. Okay, let's... attack with everything. Yeah. Let's do that. Pressure. They only have one black mana. What could they possibly do? They also only have one creature who can block. So, you know, I could kill this, but in response they'd crew the Weatherlight, so they'd still be able to block. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. We're going to get to kill this thing with our Gift of Growth. Because Cast Down ain't going to work. Okay, so we're going to kick Gift of Growth because keeping this alive is probably worth it. They could have a fungal infection, but that wouldn't do it. Yeah, so we got rid of that. We're on track again. Them not having any green has been great, and having very few blockers has also been great. Yeah, now they might make a bunch of Saprolings, though. They just made one. That's not too crazy. Yeah, I might as well attack with that. So I'd probably use Cast Down to kill the Omnivore. Yeah, I think we still do that. Sack it to itself? Yep. Actually, they sacked it. They sacked their Ether Glider. It's more than a little weird. Well, now I think I'm just going to go Ancient Animus on the Sap Herd and attack with everything. So they can kill my Crows and Druid, but they die if they do. So I think they block there and go to 1. Shoot, maybe we do want second Gift of Growth. It's been pretty great for us. It's definitely scary to play into people with untapped lands, but we've gotten it in the right window for it to be pretty good. What we haven't seen at all is our Grow from the Ashes, which is funny because we've still done okay on our mana despite that thing. Yeah. Maybe it was a mistake to play. I mean, we've also been really lucky. And in our first game, it did actually matter, but I think more often than not, it's going to end up being a dead card. So, I mean, we have the Envoy, Grow from the Ashes. That's actually it. So we've been very lucky. Adventurous Impulse to a lesser extent. Yeah, I think we have to leave it. Oh, crap. I just did that without putting Invoke the Divine in my deck. Good job, me. We know they have Juggernaut, Weatherlight, and Demonic Vigor. So I should have brought it in. I said I was going to. I just didn't. So Llanowar Scout has the potential to ramp us a little bit here. It doesn't always do that for you. And it may not if we don't draw a 4th land in this one. So, but this is an okay hand either way. I mean, I'd rather not have Thorn Elemental in my opening hand, but... Ooh, that's going to be nice. Now we probably just play the Druid. Sorry, Llanowar Scout. I guess... No, it's just going to be better in so many situations, the Druid. I mean, yeah, we got to play it instead of the Scout this turn. Yep. I wish I had Invoked the Divine in my deck right now. Did I mention that? So, is it better to just play the scout here, or should I play a druid? Kind of leaning towards just playing the scout, because if I do draw a land next turn, that's going to be some serious ramp. The druid is better with Ancient Animus, but that's okay. This would be a good deck for Marwyn. I've had her a couple times, and she's done a couple things. So we still only have green mana, which is not really what we want. Okay. Well, we didn't draw the extra land, so that sucks. I wish there was a way to play the Gorger and kill this turn, but there just isn't. So I think I just play an unkicked Gorger here. Playing Ancient Animus is the way I would have killed it, incidentally. But so now, see, this is what can make Llanowar Scout not so good. It is sort of good with Tatyova, because sometimes we'll get 2 lands in a turn with Tatyova, but without Tatyova, it's never going to do anything except be a 1/3 the rest of this game. So, oh, why you gotta do that? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna play a Crozen Druid. I think I'm gonna end my turn, just so if he's out of gas or something here, I can at least block the Thallid Omnivore. We're the ones stuck on our green this time, and they are not. Good. And we can at least kill that with Ancient Animus, so I'm happy about that, I guess. So, Omnivore attacks. So, no, we won't quite be able to do it, unfortunately. I was going to say we could... Ooh, no. So yeah, we'll kill Spore Crown Thallid here. Happily. God, don't have fungal infection, please. We haven't seen it, but they've got to have it, right? I mean, it's a good card. Here it is. No, they're just sacking it. Good. So, yeah, there's no point in blocking, and we'll take 5 here. Could give up our Llanowar Scout, but the more power we can get out there, the more we can triple block this guy, the better. Okay, so we're only 1 away from Thorn Elemental, which is good news. I think I'm going to play an unkicked... Oh, man. We're only 1 away from a kicked Crozen Druid, which would help us stabilize. And we're 1 away from a Thorn Elemental, which would help us go on the offensive. It's really tempting to do nothing here because of that. Gaining 10 life would be a big deal. Okay, I think I'm just going to end my turn. It's a little risky, but I think we have as long as we draw a land, you know. I'm perfectly happy to block this with a Llanowar Scout here if I have to. Mammoth Spider. Okay. I can actually, yeah, they can't attack, so that works out. Please give me a land. Yes. Different colored one probably would have been better. But now I'm just nitpicking. Okay, so let's play Thorn Elemental and hope they don't have a kill spell. Even if they do, Crozen Druid can help us a fair amount. Soul Salvage. Pick back your Thallid, please. That's all you got. It's not another Eviscerate or anything. Oh, good. It's, yeah, Juggernaut. Sure. Bring on the Juggernaut. Okay, well. We really need our mana. Let me go back up to 22, though, so that's good. That is good news. Right now, Navigator's Compass would actually be pretty good because it would give us access to both white and black, both of which we need. Not at the same time, but... So, I guess that's sort of when it's the most useful, when you're kind of color screwed. So they can get back their Thallid with Memorial to Folly. That's fun. Doesn't that sound like fun? Grow from the Ashes, Navigator's Compass, Swamp, Plains. Any of you would be good. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to double block the Juggernaut here with 2/2/3s. Actually, I can just do it with a 2/3 and a 1/3, even better. And it can't kill both unless they use a trick, and then I'll just take that. I don't want to risk Thorn Elemental if I don't have to. Yeah, kill our Druid. Maybe. They might sacrifice, but they probably won't, because I'd like to kill that creature. So they can get it back with Memorial to Folly as well. Or freaking Salvage Crap. Salvage Crap? Is that what they're about to cast? That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Soul Salvage. I think they have 2 of them, which is pretty gross. Hello. I don't think we use Seal Away right away. Especially if we can get them to sacrifice some stuff to that thing, you know what I mean? Or use a trick on it. And we're in a position to do that, so... They can get it back with their Memorial, but still, if we can like put a big dent in their board, that will be good for us going forward. There's a good chance they just don't attack, but... They're thinking about it. No, they're not gonna. Okay. We'll hold on to this in case we ever draw Tatyova. We can actually put it into play with Llanowar Scout at instant speed. But yeah, we'll end our turn there. So, probably block Juggernaut with 2/3/1/3 again. I think that seems fine. Oh god. What fresh hell is this? Oh good. Bunch of 2/2 freaking Saprolings. That's not a problem. The Juggernaut has to attack. They only have 1 black mana untapped. I think I'm just throwing Thorn Elemental in front of it this time. Good job, Thorn Elemental. Well done. Hello. Now we have access to black. Now we're in pretty good shape here. 3, 4, 5. So we have the mana to do Seal Away and Cast Down without playing this. Yes. Okay. And if we decide we don't, we can put a land into play at instant speed. You know. Cast Down at instant speed or Seal Away at, well, they're both instants, obviously, would be really good. We do need to think about which one we care about them being able to get back from Memorial to Folly more. So, because they won't be able to get back whatever we Seal Away. But they will be able to get back whatever we Cast Down. We definitely block with... Yeah, they're not gonna... They're scared. They should be. I still don't think we cast anything. We wait for them to do something. Ooh, that's good. I did just play that land, which I didn't really want to do. So, they have 1 card in their hand. We got more removal. We have so much removal. We'll just end our turn. We have access to all of our colors, so if we draw Tatyova, we can actually play her, which is why it wasn't great to play land when we did. Alright, so... still no good reason to cast anything. I mean, we can't thin out their board enough for Thorn Elemental to attack either way. Well... Yeah, nah. Okay, now we'll hold on to this land and we'll end our turn. Just waiting our opponent out here, I guess. Okay. They're going to Impulse. They grab a Forest. That's good news for us. Okay. Now that we have an Eviscerate that is not instant speed, I think we probably use it. Basically, all it's going to be doing is getting rid of their Memorial to Folly, but I think I'm okay with that. We're going to play this land so that we can leave up multiple removal spells again. So they're going to Memorial to Folly. No, they didn't do it right away. Interesting. So right now, I would... Oh, God. That grindiness is what has been a big problem for us. I mean, our deck can be grindy too, but we don't have any soul salvages. Get back freaking nonsense. We didn't even get rid of Memorial to Folly. We basically cost them one card. Okay. So do we Ancient Animus? I think we probably do. While they're tapped out and kill Thallid Omnivore. Again. How many times do I have to kill it? Play Mammoth Spider. And end our turn. This is one that may go to timeout or decking. Depending. I mean, our opponent has some more explosive plays left. We know they have another Spore Crown Thallid. Yeah, they're going to get back their Omnivore. And this, I think we just let it attack us if it's going to attack us. Oh, crap. Well, we can at least use Seal Away on that. And we can block it all day with Mammoth Spider. So it's not that bad, actually. Why? Oh, you didn't want to attack with your Juggernaut. I feel you. Because he would have just died. He does combo well with the vehicle. Okay, so... We're not leaving up... oh, crap. Yeah, there we go. We're not leaving up as much removal as is, like, ideal, but we are leaving up Seal Away or Cast Down is enough, I think. Either or. So they've cast both their Soul Salvages, I'm fairly certain. Oh, good. Oh, I guess we knew they had that. I thought that was a second one. This is looking familiar to game one. A little too familiar to game one, you know? So they're going to crew the Weatherlight just so the Juggernaut can't attack us again. Won't attack us again, I guess I should say. Yeah. Well, we definitely are in standoff mode here. Tatyova's kind of interesting because right now I kind of want her, but she would make me deck myself. Although right now we're already ahead of our opponent in terms of decking, so I don't know how much it matters. Okay, they're bringing the thunder here. All right, so we will block with this, and we will block with this. What say you, good sir? I'm going to have to use Seal Away on this is what kind of sucks, because we just can't. Okay, he sacrificed one thing. Got to sacrifice one other thing. I don't have to use Seal Away on it, I guess. They're out of ways to get it back from their graveyard, right? Right? Maybe? Hopefully. Okay, so... we'll cast down on it. And hope they don't have yet another way of getting it back from their yard. These two bounce off each other. I don't really see a reason to use Seal Away just yet. Crap. Well, we can do the same thing with Seal Away. We're going to hold on to this land. We don't need them drawing removal. That would be... luckily, Seal Away gets around that. So, less than I thought. I'm fine with it. I am fine. Crew your Weatherlight again. Sure. Alright, so we're going to block it again with Thorn Elemental. This time they only have to sacrifice one thing, but... you know, that's... I guess I could have thrown more in front of it. I'm not sure that would be worth it, though. I don't think it would be. Alright, so Seal Away. Get rid of him. Also gets rid of the Demonic Vigor. Made them do one Sapperling, at least. They do gain 2 life, so it's not like they lost a whole lot, in all honesty, but hey. I just need a little more something. Like, I can almost attack with Baloth Gorger, but not quite. Okay, now they're going to deck themselves before we do. If they Adventurous Impulse, and they hit something anyway. But we don't want them to hit anything good. Like Windgrace Acolyte. Good, you need, that's what you needed, 2 flyers. That will make them deck themselves faster. Look at it that way. We do have at least one more card that gains us 10 life left in our deck, so that's... also means we can play Tatyova if we draw. Okay, they decided to scoop. That's... what did they mill the only thing they needed? Another Soul Salvage. Yeah, I guess so. Right, we're 2-0 with Tatyova. See if we can get a trophy. All right, match 3. We have an interesting hand. We are on the draw. I mean, the reason it's interesting is because it's not, like, terrible, but having 3 of our Splash Colors cards in our hand, I think we have to mulligan it. Okay, this one's better. We have most of our colors, for one thing. Removal in a 3-drop is a nice thing to know you have at the beginning of a game. So, okay. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves again, not really something we want to see. Yeah, my cat doesn't want to see it either. Glider. Yeah, that's... they're getting a fast start for sure. We're going to be taking 2 to the face here, and if they play like a 4-4 here, that's not going to be very much fun. And they might. We can play Crows and Druid and then eviscerate like a Baloth Gorger on the next turn if that's what our opponent does. They don't do anything, which may mean it's Syncopate time. But I'm perfectly fine with trading my Crows and Druid for a Syncopate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would Syncopate it, honestly. Oh, good. How many Sapperlings are we going to see in this draft? Every deck has had Sapperlings. Our deck doesn't have any. It's kind of sad. All right, we take the 2. Ooh, that looks like fun. Okay, well, we're going to play another Druid, unkicked. That is our plan. I'm guessing they're going to put the Jousting Lance on a Sapperling, probably. I think that's what I would do. I mean, you could put it on the Glider, too, but the Sapperlings can attack freely right now if he puts it on them. No, he's going with the glider. Thorn Elemental should definitely have reach. Worth noting that they have like mana still. Like they could play a Gift of Growth right now with the Llanowar Elves Intercanist. So I'm keeping that in mind. And taking 4 to the face. Of course, the one color we don't have is blue. I really don't want to use an Eviscerate on an Easter Glider, but I think we have to. Alright. They can still turn a Saproling into a threat here, or even better, Vidalian Arcanist. But it would require all their mana again. Or almost all of their mana. A lot of mana. Yeah. Do I double block this thing, you think? I might. It will die. It'll get rid of a Saproling, and then they'll have to equip the Lance yet again. I think I'm going to do it. Doesn't feel great, but... I think it's a good idea to bring in our Invoke the Divine here. Hey, Elfheim Druid, okay. So we can play... If we draw land, we can play our Thorn Elemental, who will be very happy to slow this board down for me. Aw, oh, crap. Definitely bringing in Invoke the Divine, and maybe even Fiery Confluence. I don't know. Okay. We did draw the land, and I guess we still go for it, but obviously it's just going to get Icy Manipulated into Oblivion. Oh, we actually don't need to tap that much mana. End our turn. I don't think... Like, what would we cut if we did Fiery Confluence? I guess dropping the blue splash is probably the easiest thing to do. Sorry, Tatyova. I don't think it's worth it, though. I mean, yeah, it would give us a card that can blow up Icy Manipulator. Oh, crap. Now they can use a Manipulator to tap down and attack for 3. 4, actually, now. Okay, well, we're pretty much dead. Play our Thorn Elemental again. I mean, Icy Manipulator is a serious, serious threat, and having only one way to destroy it. Do we side out Tatyova, or do we side out our... I think we need to keep our black and white, because that's where all our removal is. I think Tatyova, as good as she is probably better to side out. Maybe. I mean, we've seen them play 3 artifacts, so obviously having ways to destroy artifacts is a good idea. I don't know. Tatyova's just so good, though. We could look at it as saying Tatyova also helps us draw our draw into our Invoke the Divine, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so I think what we got to do here is play the Scout and then play an unkicked Gorger. If we play the Gorger kicked, I don't think we can survive, really, so... They'll tap something down at the end of my turn and then tap something down on their turn, but now we can, like, block. Oh. Good. I want like 3 Invoke the Divines right now. That's how I'm feeling. Okay, well, we can gain a bunch of life. I guess we do it. I guess. We're dead. Thorn Elemental just killed it. I mean, we could gain the life, but showing them we have a 3rd one probably isn't worth it. So now the question is, do we also bring in Fiery... Well, we actually get Fiery Intervention and Wizard's Lightning. And we're also bringing in Invoke the Divine. So if we cut... God, it's not an easy choice. I don't think we can go 5 color, and Tatyova is great, but we need this removal. Like, we can't cut one of our removal colors, which is basically what they are. And we're actually bringing in way more removal. So I think I'm going to cut Tatyova. I'm going to cut a Llanowar Scout. Going to cut an Island. And bring in Wizard's Lightning, Fiery Intervention, and Invoke the Divine. And we need to add a mountain, so we still need to cut one more thing. Could be the Compass. Still haven't seen Grow from the Ashes at all, which is a little weird. I mean, we are down to 11 creatures now, so maybe we cut an Animus. Yeah, we have plenty of removal, so... Yeah, and then we add... 1 mountain. That should be good. I think that's the right thing to do when you see Icy Manipulator. As great as Tatyova is, if you can't blow up Icy Manipulator, you probably just lose. So, and we did. I would like to play first. And this hand is fine. We really have to hope we hit a creature with our Adventurous Impulse, but other than that... And we do, and I think we go with the Elfame Druid. It can enable more shenanigans. Sure, I mean, the other guy could have used Ancient Animus, and Elfame Druid is basically a 0 with it, but, you know, it's whatever. We could draw something to ramp into. Relic Runner. Crap. Okay, so end our turn. That is unblockable. End our turn again. Gonna take 4 here. Right now, the Ancient Animate, like getting the, oh god. We may be just like dead if we don't draw what we need here. And we do not. Yeah, we're probably dead. No amount of sideboarding can undo an opponent having this good of a start and us having this bad of one, you know? Oh, good. Well, that was fun. Our first 2 matches, we seemed like an awesome deck. And I don't think it looked bad. I mean, this game looks bad, right? But, so... Block the Juggernaut. If we draw another forest here, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. We're dead. It makes our sideboarding look god-awful when we draw our 2 red cards like that. Alright, 2-in-1's good. That deck was fun. It was definitely a little bit greedy, but I think it was worth it. So I'll see you guys in the next draft video.